Welcome to Chaotic Harmony. I am your host, Angela Schultz, and I'm excited about this one again. I just recently did an interview with my son, Colton, and that didn't go so well, I guess, because he was too busy on his phone. But at our Christmas, on my husband's side, just a few weeks ago, I was joking around with my favorite nephew, and when I brought up my podcast, he seemed pretty intrigued. But at the same time, he looked at me like I was full of shit. I don't blame him. My relationship with him is mainly focused on the both of us giving each other shit. After he tried pulling my bluff by having me search for my podcast on his phone, his demeanor changed rather quickly. In 1 second, he went from, yeah, right, to, can I be a guest? I couldn't say no to my favorite nephew. Who would? Especially when he has his parents coming up to me and reminding me and being his little messenger like, hey, Mom, tell Angie. So, without further ado, world, please welcome my favorite nephew, Carlos, a.k.a. Los, to Chaotic Harmony. How you doing, Carlos?
I'm doing pretty good.
Do you want me to call you Carlos or Los?
I don't really care.
Well, choose one.
Los.
Los?
Yeah.
Okay. Talk a little louder because I'm loud.
Okay.
All right. So, I'm telling you honestly, I can't believe how fast time has gone by because it feels like just yesterday I was changing your diapers, and now it's like we're competing on who grows their mustache out faster.
Me, obviously.
Well, yeah. You know what you were actually reminding me of on the way here because I was talking like to Uncle Tony about how I was going to say that. Mm-hmm. It reminded me of, oh my gosh, what's that movie where Tina, eat your food?
I don't know.
You don't.
No.
Where it's like vote for Pedro. And it's a
Napoleon
little
Dynamite?
Napoleon Dynamite, yeah, and the Mexican, and vote for Pedro. Mm-hmm. He had a mustache, and I'm like, that's Lois. Like he's strolling around with a mustache. But I think it's funny how you pick on your uncles too. Do you pick on your dad?
All the time.
Yeah, I would too. But hey, I mean, I guess that's the cool part of being Mexican. You can grow hair. I feel bad for your sister.
Yeah.
I just thought of that. Does she have a mustache?
Sometimes.
Shh.
No comment on it.
No comment. Just kidding, sister. So, you and I don't see each other a whole lot, which I actually do find kind of odd because we don't live very far away. And I thought we could dive into your world. You know, like what it is like being you, your interests, friends, school, and whatever the hell else pops up. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Because, number one, I would love to know what is all going on in your life. And number two, I want to see how different your life is like as a teenager versus my days. So, number one question for you, Los. What grade are you currently in?
I'm in 8th grade.
Really?
Yes.
You're in 8th grade, but yet your mustache looks like you're in like 12th grade.
People say I look 15.
You look so much older. It's crazy. Because then I look at your cousin Colton, who is only like 9 months younger than you. Good Lord, he is showing me his school ID, and it's crazy.
It looks like I got
You
punched in
do
the
look
face.
15 or 16.
It looks like I got
But
punched in the face.
but the thing is, you don't have like, you have good skin tone. You know, like you don't have the pepperoni face.
Uh-huh.
So that's good. Do you like school?
Sometimes. Certain classes are fun.
Yeah, I understand that. It all depends on the homework, right? Like it's a good class if you don't have the homework.
I don't do my homework.
Did you hear that? You're like everybody else. If you did like if you did have a favorite subject, what would it be?
Face. The teacher is so nice.
What the heck is face?
It's not face. We basically learn about like sex and all that, and then.
Oh, no wonder why it's your favorite.
No. And we make food. That's why.
Sex and food.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I want to be in that class.
The teacher's so nice.
She's like, here, guys. This is what a vagina looks like. Eat some cake.
No, like the last unit before we go on the last unit before we go on to like a different like subject like ACP or something.
Yeah.
We learned about the sex, but like the first units we make food and all that.
Well, so it's kind of like an economic one where it might switch to like you're doing cooking. Will it do the cleaning? Will it teach you how to do finances and stuff like that?
Finances is a different class. It's called ACP, Academic Career Planning.
I do like that idea though because I think like a lot of young kids don't understand finances these days. So
understand it.
I'm sure you do because your mom is like big into that. Now I'm just gonna throw this out there. You do kind of look like a goody two shoes. Like an ass kisser.
I literally had in-school suspension last week.
And that's where my next question was. You ever get in trouble at school?
All the time.
Why?
Well,
Now, I know what you actually got in trouble for this last time, and we probably shouldn't bring that up because you shouldn't be tapping anybody's nuts. I just gave it away. But what else did you do?
Well, the weirdest one, which I did not do at all because I think that's really disgusting. I got in trouble with the SRO, the school officer, because they thought I was sending nudes to someone. What? Yes.
But you weren't.
No.
I don't see you as that kid at all.
No.
Like, I honestly don't. That is messed up. What has there been anything else like stupid?
Oh yeah, once it was like last winter because we actually had snow and it was way colder.
Yeah.
One of the teachers gave me a candy cane and it looked like I was vaping apparently.
Oh yeah, your mom told me
So
that.
the next day I had to walk all the way down. I was getting escorted and everything. They searched my backpack.
Okay, hold up. I am a vapor, right? I vape.
Yeah.
I've licked on lollipops and all that. It never looked like I was vaping. So how did that come about?
It's because it was like the end of a candy cane instead of like the curved part, so it was going in my mouth.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. And then I remember your mom saying it was like an emotional roller coaster with the principal on the phone because he's like, "Oh, I got Carlos in here." Oh, but at the end of the day, they look in your backpack and there was nothing in there, and they said that you were really neat.
I was not neat. It's a horrible backpack.
But that's what they told your mom.
Looks like my room before I cleaned it.
Well, your room looks nice. Yeah. By the way, we are hosting this in Carlos's room, and I am rather impressed. What did I say before I came? I am not going in there if it smells like ball sweat. I don't know. It's because I have so many boys. All right. I will say, you do have some style.
Thank you.
Who inspired your drip?
No one. I just go with the flow.
It's your own drip?
Yeah, when I was in elementary, everybody was like, "You're mismatched, you're mismatched." But I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
You're like being different.
Yeah.
But I actually think it's cool. Speaking of drip, do you know how hard it is to actually understand any kids these days when they say, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh," pause. I love the sunglasses you just put on. They are amazing. They are. They make you look like an Elton John style.
I called Willy Wonka the other day.
Willy Wonka? Oh yeah. You actually wear those to school?
No, I literally just got these like almost 2 days ago because.
Wow, they're amazing.
I listened to Nirvana and Kurt Cobain had these exact same sunglasses.
Oh, he's good. He's actually good. He is really good.
Until he died.
So, yeah, but yeah. Okay, back to what I was saying before you interrupted me with your amazing glasses. Speaking of drip, do you know how hard it is to actually understand kids these days when they use these weird words like drip? Why can't you just say outfit or style?
Honestly, I don't even understand them.
So you don't use them?
I'm like an old person.
I don't think you're old. I don't think you act like an old person.
I barely know how to use something.
I mean, honestly, so you don't have any weird ones that you use?
No.
How'd you understand drip then?
My friends had to explain it to me.
Oh, see, my older kids had to explain it to me. I tried talking to your cousins, my kids, and some of that weird lingo, and they actually looked at me like I was all weird, but I was using it for like everything.
Like what?
I'm like, "Hey guys, you like my drip? I got it from," and Abby's like, "Mom, it's like not for you. Don't do it." What are your favorite things to do for fun?
Well, I really like biking, which got me into an accident. My parents just got me an electric scooter, so I do that sometimes. And for fun,
Me and electric scooters do not get along. Ask my dog's butt, our garbage can, and our doorway. You do it outside though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like mostly in the summer, I go biking on my bike, like downtown and all of that.
So I'm gonna say something as like a motherly auntie like figure. On the way here, we actually saw like a man laying on the ground because you live in a bigger area than we do, more populated, and it looks like the biker got hit by a car.
Yeah.
And that was really sad. So make sure you're looking both ways. And people, look around, man.
I almost got
This
hit by a
guy honestly looked like he was dead. I'm still terrified. I'm bringing it up now, and Uncle Tony's like, don't bring it up. But I am. Because now you brought up biking. I'm like, shit, don't do that. Don't bike. I'm just kidding. Wrap yourself in bubble wrap. Could you imagine? Bubble boy. See, the reason why I ask because Colton, your cousin, likes going on TikTok live and trolling people. Do you ever do that?
No, not really.
What about on your gaming though? Do you do that?
I don't really talk in game chat, especially because my headset's broken. I usually just use my phone to call my friend.
Oh, so you don't like troll people on there?
No.
Well, your cousin Matthew, who just turned 20 yesterday, watches anime and drinks coffee all day on my couch. Would you do that?
No. Usually I'm in my room, but I don't drink coffee. Sometimes I like watch my shows and all that.
Do you watch anime?
No.
Thank the Lord. Thank baby Jesus. Now, I live in a trailer court, okay? And I see some pretty weird shit that kids do for fun. What's the weirdest or craziest thing you did for fun?
Alright. So someone that's not my friend anymore, me and my other friend, like with that other guy that I'm not friends with anymore, he made us break into the old movie theater before they tore it down all the way down there.
Dang, what'd you do in there?
Nothing really. We just walked around for a little bit. Then walked
But you had that like adrenaline rush, like, oh god, we're gonna do what else?
That's practically it.
I mean, I'm not here to get you in trouble. I'm just curious
Yeah, I know.
because I don't know if this was for fun, but hear me out. I live in a trailer court that I'm going to be talking about later on in a different episode. But I once was walking our dog, who's crazy, and all of a sudden I look over and there is a little boy that pulled his pants down and took a crap on someone else's property.
What?
Pulled his pants back up, laughed, and walked away.
That's disgusting.
It is nasty. And then I was told he does that for fun.
What? That's gross.
Same kid, all year, doesn't wear underwear, holds his pants up, runs around. His sister has him in a wheelbarrow, carts him around.
What?
Do you do that weird stuff?
No.
But you're like, you live in an area where if you did walk around in a wheelbarrow, that'd be kind of weird.
That would be really weird. I mean, we live in Wisconsin. There's a lot weirder somewhere.
Yes, but the cool part about living in a trailer court is there is zero expectations. I don't have to look better than anybody else because I just saw a kid take a shit in someone's property and pull his pants back up. Like, can it get any better than that? I don't need any competition. But with that being said, would you like to live with me?
It's peaceful, isn't it? Well,
No.
It's quiet.
No, it's anime for days, but
It's probably more quieter than this busy street every single day.
yeah, you are on a bit busier street, but you don't have the kids that I have.
Good point.
Not my actual kids, like the trailer park kids. They are like the weirdest kids I've ever met.
City kids are also really weird.
They're sheltered.
They also think they're like gangsters.
Colton drives around on my grandson's Lightning McQueen power wheels. Uncle Tony put like a drill battery in it and it goes really fast. Yeah, how embarrassing because we were at like something that was like for the town and they were doing like this meat raffle and everything and I look over at Uncle Tony, I'm like, you need to get your son off of that damn thing because there was hundreds of people and then Colton's coming down the area, on the road in that. And I'm like, get him away. Oh my God. Like, I think that was the most embarrassed I was ever. Do your parents embarrass you?
All the time. My mom mostly.
Does she do it for fun?
Yes.
Okay, because that's the best part. Moms are supposed to do that.
Yeah.
If they're doing it on accident, that's a whole nother issue. They need to be, like, told,
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Los,
Yes.
you have a much older sister.
Very mean.
Do you pull pranks on her at all?
Well, when I was younger, I used to. Because now I'm kind of scared.
You're scared of her?
She could kidnap me anytime.
Well, I mean, she is older than you, yeah.
And
she drives.
I remember once, my mom actually sent it in the family group chat the other day. I told her to write a card that said, Lois has free access to Aaliyah's room. And we brought it to Aaliyah's room.
Oh, your mom wrote the card?
Yeah, like, I told her to write it because I was too young to know how to write. And apparently I brought it to Aaliyah so I could go in her room.
And did it work?
I don't know. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No.
Dang. Anything else?
One time... Wait, what are we talking about again?
Oh, pranking your sister.
Oh, pranking?
Just pranking your, like, family in general.
Well, I remember once... I usually do it a lot, actually. Whenever she, like, gets home... I, like, since we have, like, a curve when we walk into our house, I just hide there. Especially when it's dark, when she gets home, like, late, when she was hanging out with her friends or something. I just hide there and just jump at her. I think it's a good thing.
Does she pee your pants? I would.
No.
Well, then you're not doing it right. You're not doing it good enough. You gotta do better. Do better, Lois. Do better. Honestly, my favorite prank was last year with you.
Mm-hmm.
Colton and I came here. Your dad had just, like, moved in.
Mm-hmm.
And we came here and we came to scare you, but then, like, it didn't work. But then we all took, like, your fake, like, guns, right?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And then we went down to your sister's room and she was, like, passed out. And we're all, like, doing it, like, military style, like, come on. And then we open the door and we scare her and she's just like, get the fuck out. And I'm like, what? That was the best prank ever. Honestly, if I would have woke up with, like, guns in front of my face, I'd be like, what'd I do?
I remember one prank, like, my dad brought home a fake squirrel. We call him Squirrely now. And our cousin lived with us, right? And
yeah.
Him and Aaliyah used to, like, just hang out downstairs. So when they were gone, we put the squirrel down there. Aaliyah got a little scared, but our cousin screamed on like a full-out girl. I was outside in the garage and I heard it.
Were you geeking out?
Yes.
I would be geeking out.
Because I was the one who hit it.
I would be geeking out. Then you did a good job.
Yeah.
High five. Oh, do you prank your parents at all?
Not really.
Why?
Because my mom's usually out. By the time my dad gets home, I'm usually home like 3:30, 3:40. Because usually after school, I hang out with a teacher for a little bit, then I bike home. So
like on a weekday, it's hard to prank them.
Yeah,
but like,
'cause I'm usually sleeping in.
Yeah, so it's like a weekend now, and you're here with me, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But like when I leave, you can prank your dad at any time.
Yeah.
But are you afraid of him?
No, not really.
I wouldn't be. You're taller than him, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, last night I was in the kitchen, like getting a drink, making hot chocolate and all that. He comes down. He was in the living room. He walks over. He goes on his tippy toes. So he was like this much taller than me.
Yeah.
So I go on my tippy toes, and he was like, "Whatever."
Like he tried. He tried. I know Colton's is as tall as me, I think, and as tall as Maxwell, and Max did the tippy toe thing, and Colton did the same thing, and it was like, yeah, nope. Colton does this thing with me where he pranks me with Tulip. And I don't know if you know who Tulip is, but it's a mannequin head that he got from Goodwill. And it's crazy looking, like legit crazy looking, but it also looks a little bit like a rock star, maybe. It has like a weird thing on its eye. It's crazy looking. And he puts that like in my bed, under my bed. I'll go to the bathroom and I'll look over in my bed and I'm like, oh, fuck, fucking Tulip. I'll open the fridge and it'll be there. So he's good at pranking us. Okay, you told me a while ago, before you even found out that I had a podcast,
Yeah.
that I was your favorite aunt.
True.
I'm curious as to why you said that.
Well,
Hang on, I also put on here. I know I'm putting you on the spot, so you don't have to answer it. Now answer it.
well, I only said that because like you're like the chillest one I know. Emmy's mom and dad. Like,
Yeah.
They're like more older and like sophisticated, especially because she's a nurse and Trevor's always just gone.
Yeah, you
And-
mean like so Uncle like my husband, your brother, and their wife. Yeah, I got that.
And like you're more playful than them.
Yeah, I had to be.
And,
Too many kids.
Yeah, and Aunt Jenny's just like she's my great aunt. So
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I took honor in it. I'm like, yes, because you're my favorite nephew,
Obviously.
but you're my only nephew.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I have other nephews. I just don't see them. But no, truly, if I did see them, you would still be my favorite because you're chill, and you mess with me.
All the time.
You were talking about my mustache at Christmas.
I did.
Yeah, and guess what? I didn't shave it, so it was like there. It was there. I'm like, shit. My favorite, to be honest. Oh, sorry. What is your favorite memory with me?
Probably the longest ago, it was probably at Jordan's wedding, because we were always just like hanging out.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was really
There was one. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I was also there were so many people I didn't know there.
fun. I know, right?
So I was like, I'll just stick by my peeps. But I did enjoy that. That was fun. It was also fun listening to like, your mom and Uncle Tony like talking about what they did when they were younger. I found out a lot that night. I'm like, what? You did what?
I remember when
You know what I did? I ran through and I messed with a bull on our barn.
I remember when Uncle Tony said that he failed to get into a special ed class. 'Cause of the
Yes, a
puzzle.
wooden puzzle. Uncle Tony tried to get into special ed class so he would pass and they said they knew he wasn't needing it, so they purposely gave him a puzzle with a few pieces and said, put this together. And he's like, this is bullshit. Now, I do have a memory, and I'm not going to bring up any names just because, but we were at a wedding, and it was a cousin. I'll say Cousin Leah's wedding. And my favorite memory was me being able to back you up because
Oh, I
something
remember.
was said about a pair of socks that you had, and I already didn't like the person. It just was getting bad vibes. So I was like cutthroat, like I'm gonna, because I am one that will use my words, but I will run like a little bitch if you try to hit me, like, and I will scream like, leave me alone, like call the 911. But I will use my words until they get me worse. But the person that was accusing you or was picking on you, oh, I laid into him good. And when he left, I thought I was going to get in trouble. And Uncle Tony said, you did the best damn thing you could for him. And I would do that any day of the week for you. So that was, yeah. I know it's not like a great memory, but it's a memory that made me feel like honored to be your aunt because, like, fuck that guy.
You know why he left too? Because of a pack of hot dogs.
Fuck that
I'm
guy.
not even joking either.
Like, let Carlos, you can wear those pug socks anytime you want. Anyway, also my favorite memory, to be honest, is anytime I see you.
Obviously.
I like joking around with you, but I would have to say my very favorite is when you were born. You didn't talk back. You were much shorter than I was.
Just jealous.
And I had more hair than you, and you didn't have a mustache. What do you say about that?
I think that's hilarious.
Lois, we can go on and on with this because I can continue on. I love you, and I will do any kind of thing you ever ask me to, maybe,
Give me food.
with limits. But I'd like to say thank you for being a guest on my podcast. However, you kind of forced me in this. So I really...
Sorry.
No, I think it was cute. I really do. I appreciate you. But I am really thankful for you being my guest today. if I didn't have my favorite nephew on here, then something is wrong. I wouldn't be doing anything right. Obviously. So, would you like to say goodbye to everybody?
Adios, amigos.
All right. With that being said, to all my listeners, thank you for tuning in and supporting my podcast journey. As of right now, us Wisconsinites will be starting a new year with no snow. Weird, right? Even Wisconsin understands that we need to embrace the weird and make normal feel boring. Bye.